Good evening. There being a quorum present and having been advised by the town clerk that the warrant has been properly served, this special town meeting of the town of Plympton is now open. Welcome, I'm your moderator, Barry DiCristofano at 198 Main Street. I want to thank you especially for coming tonight because I know it's not like the usual May thing where we have all the business to get done. We only have one article tonight, but it's important that we get it done, so thank you for coming and making the quorum. There's a microphone in the center of the room. When anybody wants to speak, you'll step up to that. Have no more than 2 people in line at a time, please. I'll give you some more information, but at this moment, please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. Thank you. I'd like to thank then the principal, Peter Veneto, and all the custodial staff for setting up the room. You should have been mailed a copy of the town meeting warrant or picked one up, and I hope you had a chance to review it. Tonight's meeting is being taped for broadcast by Area 58 Community Access Media. Please take a moment and silence your cell phones. Take them out and check, please. We're just going to wait a moment. Thank you. Present tonight, we have on your right the Board of Selectmen. John Traynor, Mark Russo, Christine Joy. We have our Town Administrator, Liz Dennehy, and our Town Clerk, Tricia Detterman. On my right, your left, is the Finance Committee. Marilyn Brown, Mike Lemieux, Steve Lyons, Steve Lewis. I always get your names confused, guys. Steve Lewis, Nate Sides, and our town accountant, Lisa Hart. A couple more years, I'll get this right. You were checked in tonight by our tellers, Nancy Magnuson and Patricia Mustacaros. And tonight's peace officers are our Chief, Matt All, and Sergeant John Simon. Several officials are not residents of town, and they'll need your permission to address the assembly tonight if they need to. So I would like to entertain a motion that will allow the following individuals to participate tonight if and when appropriate. Town Administrator Elizabeth Dennehy, Town Councilor Greg Corbo, he's not here, but we can bring him in on telephone if we need him. Silver Lake Regional District Councilor Russ Dupere, Silver Lake Regional School Committee Chair Paula Hatch, Superintendent Jill Prue, School Business Manager Christine Healy. I don't think Police Chief will need to speak, but Matthew All will put him on the list anyway. May I have a motion to allow those non-residents to speak?
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor, please raise your right hands. Down hands. Unanimous. Okay. And I already see you've taken, if you're not a resident, you should be sitting in the front row, so you guys are good with that one. Thank you. We have a new Finance Committee member here with us.
She can introduce herself.
Catherine Shepard is here. Anyone who wishes to speak tonight, after you're recognized by me, state your name, your full street address, before you begin your questions. All comments or questions come through me, your moderator, and I'll direct them where they need to go to the appropriate person. After we have a motion on the article sponsor will have 3 minutes to present what this is all about. Anyone with any questions or comments when you come up will also have 3 minutes. If you want to come up a second time, you may, but only after anyone who wants to speak gets their first chance to speak. And if you come up a second time, it needs to be to bring up a new point, not just to rehash old ground. Those are the ground rules. So let's move into the town warrant. Article 1, to see if the town will vote to adopt the amended Silver Lake Regional School District Agreement, a copy of which is on file and available for viewing in the town clerk's office and on the town's website at town.plympton.ma.us, or take any other action relative thereto. Do I have a motion?
Mr. Moderator, Jason Frazier, 66 Maple Street. I make a motion to accept the article as presented in the handout.
I have a motion. Do I have a second? Motion moved and seconded. Mr. Frazier, do you have some comments?
Yes, Mr. Moderator, thank you very much, and I'd really like to extend my thanks to my fellow citizens of Plympton for coming out tonight to address this single article. As part of a regional school, we have a legal document that binds us with our fellow towns, Halifax and Kingston, in the common goal of educating our children. We're here tonight to ask for an amendment to our regional agreement, which needs to be accepted by all three communities in the town in order for it to be fulfilled. There's 4 major reasons why we need to amend our regional agreement tonight. I'll go through the easy ones first, and then I'll explain the more complicated one at last. So, we needed to update some changes that have been made to the Mass General Laws and the Code of Massachusetts Regulations would have occurred since our last regional agreement amendment. We also needed to adjust the weighted votes of the Silver Lake Regional School Committee to the most recent U.S. Census, the 2020 census. And while this is not an enforceable thing, it's considered best practice by regional schools to review their regional agreements every 10 years and bring them forth to the towns for amendments if needed at that time. In addition to those 3 reasons I've already presented, the most pressing reason why we called you here tonight to amend the regional agreement at this point is because we have a pre-K program that is for kids with moderate to severe special needs. These are kids from age 2.9 all the way until they're eligible to enter the Dennett as kindergartners. This is a special ed program that is mandated by state and federal laws. And currently, we have our children here from Plympton attending a Silver Lake preschool program. We've been doing this for near 50 years, taking care of the children of all 3 communities, making sure their needs are being met. However, DESE, which is the bureaucracy that governs public schools, it's the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education, informed us in 2022 that this program was not codified within our regional agreement. So this motion we're asking you to pass this evening would codify the pre-K program as a Silver Lake Regional School program, adding that language into our regional agreement. So, if we don't update the regional agreement, there would be some ramifications back home here in Plympton. I am the chair of the Dennett Elementary, the Plympton School Committee as well. We would be obligated as the town of Plympton to develop our own program in-house here, which would have drastic cost implications versus sharing those costs with the 2 other communities. There is, however, a cost associated with the changes DESE is asking us to make. One of the things that they are requiring us to do is to hire a principal for the pre-K program. We had in the past been asking one of the principals of Kingston Elementary School to oversee the program. Since this is going to be a Silver Lake program, DESE is requiring us to have a Silver Lake principal overseeing that program. That's for 17 staff members and 151 students. In a hypothetical run-through of the budget, we used our FY23 numbers because we knew what those numbers looked like. The adjustment that we could anticipate seeing here in Plympton was about $40,000. As the chair of the school committee in Plympton at the Dennett, it would cost us at least $135,000 just in staffing alone to run our own program locally. That's to hire a teacher with benefits and an aide with benefits to run that classroom. The new language in this amendment has been approved by the Department of Elementary and Secondary Education and reviewed by our Silver Lake Regional School attorneys. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Frazier. Does anyone have any questions or comments about this article? Seeing no hands, this article requires a simple majority vote. All those in favor of Article 1, please raise your right hand. Down hands. Opposed? Unanimous. We've passed Article 1. Anybody want to talk about anything? Do I have a motion to adjourn? I think I heard one. Second? And a second. All in favor of adjourning, please raise your right hand. Down hands. Opposed? Good night, everybody, and thank you again for coming.